we are gearing up for another NFT.NYC. It'll be coming to New York in April of this year. And with me is a co-founder of the event, Jody Rich, also the CEO of Cred. And we're going to let's talk about NFT.NYC. This is sixth year?
Well, you've been coming since the beginning and you're close. Yeah. It's seventh. It's our seventh event.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you lose track of so much time. So give me an overview of this year, what we expect to see, how it's going to be different, and then we'll dig a little deeper.
Well, the year kicked off really early because we reached out to artists and we asked them to submit artwork for Times Square and the Artist Village. And, you know, the Artist Village this year is in that beautiful area on the top floor of Javits overlooking the Hudson. And we had over 4,000 artists provide artwork, and we created postcards for them. 28,000 of those postcards were claimed. And very soon, we're going to allow the people who claimed the postcard to share them around, to write on the back. And they're NFT postcards. And we'll talk about how we're using NFTs at the event. So it's really off to a strong start. We have some new tracks. There's an AI track, NFTs and AI, where we talk about generative AI, generative NFTs. We talk about how AI can be registered on the blockchain using an NFT. And we have about 40 speakers just on AI and NFT. That's one new track this year. We also have had over 200 lawyers apply to speak, of which about 100 have been accepted. Hester Peirce, the SEC commissioner, she will be on stage. So will a number of other leaders in the regulatory and Washington community. So NFTs are being recognized everywhere. It's from artists to Capitol Hill.
Yeah, no, and that's so timely too, because I know there's so much regulation and talk about regulation right now. And I love the Artist Village last year. The digital art was just so unique and dynamic and moving, and it was really, really interesting. And you mentioned
this year you can take some of that art home with you, because we've encouraged the artists to make NFT postcards of their art, like a limited edition print.
Awesome. And then you mentioned AI. So there's also something with WorldCoin and OpenAI. What's happening there?
So we've done a WorldCoin integration so that you can be identified through their orb. You can have an iris identification to register yourself as an NFT creator and NFT owner. It increases security, and they've been really good people to work with.
Yeah,
we've enjoyed it a lot. In fact, it's one of about 10 initiatives, because as you know, we're not conference producers. We're people who deeply believe in NFTs. So there's the WorldCoin integration, there's the integration with Eventbrite, there's the work that we've done with artists on postcards. Every speaker now will be able to make their own collectible speaker card that has benefits attached. And I know you're speaking, Jane. So you'll be able to attach a benefit to your NFT. Anyone who owns one of your NFTs, they could, say, own the NFT, book a meeting with you, have a special session, and even have a breakout. We're going to be announcing very soon that after your talk, you can take a small group of people to have a very focused breakout where they get to ask you questions.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then you mentioned brands, and I know there have been a lot of brands that have been experimenting with NFTs, big brands, Nike, Starbucks.
Yes.
Talk about, some of them will be making appearances and talking about their experimentation with NFTs this year.
Yes, so we've found that 96 brands have experimented or innovated in some way. We've given them each an NFT award for their good work. We've had quotes from over a dozen of them. Many of them are going to be on stage on the brands track. The brands track this year is much bigger. And I would say there are four brands who really have persistent NFT campaigns. There's Live Nation. Live Nation do a lot with digital collectibles. And there's Starbucks, Nike, and Burger King. And they're all doing persistent NFT campaigns. So we believe one of our roles is to help the other brands learn about what these big brands are doing with NFTs and help them.
No, that's going to be really interesting to see what's worked for them, what hasn't, like as they kind of evolve with this new technology. Um,
Yes.
and then last year there was some program where you're working with restaurants in New York. And
Uh-huh.
is that happening this year? And how is that going to be implemented?
Well, you have a good memory. We talked about doing it last year, and we actually, as a result of the conference last year, we got together with a partner who builds restaurant platforms. And we are shortly going to be wandering around Times Square, giving restaurants the opportunity to give you a 99-cent piece of John's Pizza if you show them your NFT.NYC NFT with a redemption link.
Oh, great. And one of my favorite things are some of these kind of peripheral events that happen the same days, that art galleries, and those have been actually really fun too, as all these people who are interested in the industry come to New York. Yeah.
Well, you've had Bored Apes parties, and you've had communities running satellite events, and I think one year we had over 500 satellite events. We expect well over 200 this year. And what we've done for the communities, and NFTs are tribal. If you own a Bored Apes NFT, you become sort of part of that club. And so what we've done this year, because North Javits is such a beautiful centre, we have created a community zone on the exhibition floor, and we're allowing 12 of those communities that otherwise would be outside to have special community stages inside North Javits, and we're allowing their community members to come in on $99 tickets.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Now, I mentioned
Mm.
also you're the CEO of Cred. So explain that, what the company is all about and how you have seen some growth recently.
Well, this all started because Devin Finzer, the CEO of OpenSea, and myself got together back in 2018, and we were both lamenting that no one knew what NFTs were. Devin was building OpenSea, and we were building NFT Cred. And our NFT Cred business has really taken off. We're making over 1 million NFTs every 2 weeks now for enterprise brands. We're powering up these enterprise brands with our technology platform. And very important to us is, how does NFT.NYC use the NFT Cred API and then NFT Cred different products to create engagement for the attendees, the speakers, the artists, and the sponsors. And as I said, one way is you as a speaker will be allowed to make contact cards that give benefits to the people who come in your audience. The artists will be able to share their artwork and preview their artwork through postcards. There'll be digital twin tickets that give people benefits. So there's going to be at least 10 different ways that we're using NFTs to create engagement, including if you set up a special, we call it a hub, for people who own your NFTs. Let's say that's the Jane King hub. There'll be a little CRM where other Jane King fans can go and learn about each other and talk to each other about you, because we think NFTs are about tribalness and community and social, where you own your identity.
Sure, people have common interests and you can get together, and it feels like the industry is maturing. Like we kind of, it was new and a lot of excitement, and we had a lot of kind of artwork and things got overpriced. It feels like now people are understanding the technology, it's maturing, big brands are using it, figuring out how to implement it in its business. So it feels like it's gone through an evolution over the past few years.
I think it has, and Forbes have gotten involved. You may have seen their announcement. We're doing a campaign with Forbes. Sotheby's is still very involved, and as I said earlier, 96 brands have experimented in some way. So the good news is that we still have this amazing community of artists. We have this amazing community of collectors, and then we have enterprise and business. And our job at NFT.NYC is to bring people together. If I was a brand, I would see the artists as potential creators of user-generated content. And that's exactly what we're doing for NFT.NYC. The artists are helping us promote the event.
Well, I am looking forward to it again as usual. I think it's one of the most fun conferences that is held in New York City, and looking forward to it. And we'll do an update closer to the event as things start to kind of come together even more.
Look forward. Great to see you, Jane.
Thanks so much, Jody.